be sealed here. Although Firebat Hero looks like he's finally managed to secure the inside of his base. Man, he is just not having fun here. I don't know how many factories he has. He might still just have one factory because of losing his barracks and not being able to put it back up. This is not looking good. In fact, he does only have one factory, and he's building... What are those starports he's building? Or is that a science facility? Okay, that's a science facility. I thought there was 2 starports for some reason. But Firebat Hero probably only has one factory. That is not good for him, to say the least. Now the factory is down, the barracks is done, so he can start moving more factories. But right now his force is just all tanks, and we'll see if Much decides to transition into some kind of Templar build or Speedlot build soon. Try to catch Firebat Hero off guard. Much right now might expand again. This might be happening at the bottom left, although we can't see because of the scrolling commercial there or something. I don't know if those are like stock prices or something. Random stuff happening down there that is unrelated to this game from Skylife. Alright, that's important, not. Yeah, Much is expanding at the bottom left. Oh my god, Much has gone for a carrier rush. The Observer did not catch it, and I don't know if Firebat Hero is going to catch this one on time. Much, oh, this should be exciting. I haven't seen carriers in a long time here. On this map or elsewhere, you know, we rarely see carriers nowadays, and I think this is a great time for Much to do it. Firebat Hero might not expect this at all, and usually you do see carriers used after a Reaver harassment, so he is doing this correctly, in the right order, not going to waste any resources on Templar attack. And this is going to allow him to have these carriers out really fast. Firebat Hero has to be very careful. He also has to scout well. I don't know, and nobody knows at this point, except for the first-person view of Firebat Hero, where his units are. I mean, where his vision is, where he's seen, where he's scouted, and if he's going to be able to see this coming in time. Oh, man, Firebat Hero might catch the shuttle, though. God, he needs to catch that shuttle. I don't know what he's doing. He needs to get it, though. If he can get that shuttle, that would be huge, no matter if he knows if the carriers are there or not. But it looks like it's going to get away, I think, at this point. Yeah, he's just trying to expand. Man, Firebat Hero really loves expanding. And this time, it might be his doom again, because what Much is doing is going for like almost a 2-base carriers. I guess it's 3-base technically, but it's almost as fast as a 2-base carriers would be. And this is something that counters over-greedy Terran very well. In the first game, we saw basically Pure just out-expanded Firebat Hero. Even though Firebat Hero wanted to out-expand Pure, he just couldn't do it. In this game, we're going to see Much pull off a rush, and it's going to probably be very successful, in my opinion. I haven't seen Firebat Hero pull off any kind of heroics yet in his PvT play in this series. Looks like Firebat Hero finally getting some mines there. That might actually do something. No, it looks like not going to get up the ramp, though. So Much still holding both of his bases. He has another Cybernetics core in his main, by the way, because that one's going to get killed. And Firebat Hero, I think, knows now. Yeah, he's got to know at this point, because we're seeing the Goliaths come out, and you know, we'll see if he gets enough. There are some good opportunities, good locations for Much to harass from on this map. Much, though, is going to have to be careful with his observers. I'm not sure if he has decided to rebuild his robotics facility or not, because if he hasn't, then he's not going to have observers. He's lost his robo at this proxy location, where Firebat Hero now has the 3rd base. And there is Firebat Hero's first-person view. You do see that he has scanned that location, I believe, inside of his base. Yeah, he's going to scan it once again, so he knows all about this. He knows that, in fact, there's 2 carriers out, and probably a couple more coming soon. Firebat Hero could react in many different ways. He could put pressure on with a frontal attack, or you could just hunker down and get some more Goliaths and turrets and try to hold off this attack. In fact, I would seriously prefer him to go for a frontal assault earlier on, especially because it seems like he knew about this maybe 2 minutes ago. So I would have expected him to go for a frontal assault, but he's just creeping forward right now. He has to be able to creep forward faster, though. Or I guess not creep forward, walk forward, perhaps. No upgrades yet for Much. Firebat Hero with +2 attack. Man, he really should go forward here. His Goliath's going to be better than the carriers for the time being. I guess he's trying to build up a really large force of Goliaths before going up. But there's only 2 carriers, Firebat Hero. He has to know. Much has put a lot of resources on the carrier, so he's not going to have a strong ground force. Now he's moving around the middle. He really should strike, though, especially with this upgrade advantage. Firebat Hero building from soon-to-be 8 factories. This is going to be hard for Firebat, for Much to pull off, because Much right now does not have much in the way of ground army, and he also does not have yet enough carriers to really fight off a large concerted force. But Firebat Hero is being so dilatory in his attack. I mean, look at this. Much only has 5 gateways. That's it. He's got 5 gateways in total, and yet Firebat Hero is being so scared of advancing. I don't know what he's thinking about. Is he going to wait until Much has like 8 carriers, and then it would be very hard to take out? Because that is just foolish. He needs to take him out when his carriers are smaller number, because carriers do much better per unit when they're in greater numbers. They're greater than the sum of their parts, perhaps. You could say it that way. Alright, Firebat Hero finally has got himself sort of in position, but now he's going to get surrounded in all directions. He's allowed enough time for Much to really gather himself here, and he's also positioned himself near a ridge. Much now has +1 attack. No, he doesn't yet. Much still could be in trouble, though, if Firebat Hero just does something. Man, he is standing there and not firing, and now he's retreating yet again. I don't know what he's retreating from. This is just frustrating to watch here, because you know Much is going to develop a huge carrier fleet, and Firebat Hero is going to lose some bases starting very soon. So I don't know what is making him so scared about Much. Maybe he is just afraid of losing. But if you're afraid to die, then you can never win. You know, you can't win without being afraid of losing. You've got to be more aggressive than this. He's expanding as his reaction, by the way. Firebat Hero's reaction is to expand yet again. I don't know about this strategy at all, because now what Much is going to be able to do is choose his moment to attack instead of reacting to Firebat Hero. And you know, the initiative is one of the most important things in war and in StarCraft. In real war, it's the same thing. You want to be the one creating problems for your opponent to solve rather than the other way around, no matter who's ahead economically. And Much at +1, continuing to upgrade air. He has another robotics facility, so he will have observers. He's pumping out 3 Stargates, all carriers, of course. And I think he's probably got at least 5, maybe 8 at this point. 5 to 8 carriers by now. He still has not used them yet, but I do expect they could be used on the right side base, the upper right. Looks like there is the complement of carriers. Firebat Hero actually has no defenses at this upper right. What is going on, Firebat Hero? Earth to Firebat Hero. If you're defending, at least do a good job of defending. Oh my god, he could lose the command center. He will lose the command center, I think, because Much is going to choose the smart route of just attacking. No, Firebat Hero's got hero SCVs. Oh, looks like he should be called SCV Hero, because SCV Heroes are going to save his command center. Wow, that was close, man. Man, that would have been sloppy as hell had Firebat Hero lost that command center for no reason at all. But he manages to save it, so it's Much who loses that battle, having lost a bunch of Dragoons without doing much at all. But at the same time, I don't know if Firebat Hero is going to pull off the same type of heroics when Much just advances through the middle of the right into his main. Yeah, as you see here, right into Firebat Hero's main base. Firebat Hero needs to retreat or go for an all-in attack at this point. He's forced into the situation that he doesn't want. I mean, I don't understand. Man, he's now forced to decide what to do. Looks like his decision is to go back. Even though he has a huge upgrade advantage, he is not the one calling the shots, and he's going to lose a lot of buildings inside his main base. I mean, I'm sure there's no way Much can finish him off, but he's lost a science facility and some supply depots. He could lose his starport. He could lose a lot of other crap inside of his base. And now his Goliaths, unassisted, are facing off against some Dragoons. Dragoons love to fight against just Goliaths without tank support. That's a very favorable situation for them. Firebat Hero looks like he's separated some forces to go back and some forces to go front. And we'll see if he can somehow manage to protect himself and still do a good job of advancing. Man, he is going to lose command center. That's going to be a big hit in terms of supply once again. Firebat Hero is advancing, though, or doing something. Oh, what is he doing? Firebat Hero facing an attack now at the outside base. And is he going to be able to do anything here? He is going to pick off one of Much's bases, but Much has 5 bases total. And Firebat Hero is now trying to he's divided forces into 3 locations here. It looks like this is the 3rd one, and Fire Red Hero is going to be facing a combined force now. He had the ground barely covered, but not when the carriers come to attack this new expansion there. +2 attack now for the carriers, who have been allowed